Good evening. I'm Riza Diaz. This is One News Now. The COVID-19 curve has flattened in Metro Manila and Calabarzon, according to an expert from the University of the Philippines Octa research team. But that doesn't mean that there's no more transmission of the virus. Lynn Olivario has the details.
There is light at the end of the tunnel, and the Philippines might just have a better Christmas holiday, as the UP Octa research team noted that the curve of COVID-19 cases has flattened in NCR and Calabarzon. But this doesn't mean that the public can relax, as whether the holidays will be safer will depend on how Filipinos can sustain this downward trajectory. UP Octa research fellow Dr. Guido David explains the reproduction number, or the primary indicator, or the transmission potential of infectious agents is now below 1 in NCR.
So for flattening, it's just a reproduction number. So as long as, and the number of cases are decreasing. So we've confirmed that the number of cases are decreasing. So NCR, it was mga 3,000 cases per day about 2 weeks ago. Ngayon, we're getting 2,000 plus, I think mga 2,400 or less cases per day. So definitely nagdi-decreasing number of new cases natin.
Another indicator, but not connected to the flattening of the curve, is the positivity rate that also shows a decreasing trend.
It's not connected to flattening, pero it will also show na the trend is decreasing because right now, yung positivity rate natin sa NCR is now 12%. It was as high as mga 19% about a month ago.
Dr. David says the imposition of the stricter MECQ last month in Metro Manila and nearby provinces played a huge role in reducing the reproduction number. Despite this, the Octa research team does not recommend downgrading Metro Manila to a more lenient MGCQ just yet. For News 5, Lynn Olivario, we are One News.
Convicted murder rapist Antonio Sanchez has been transferred to the Jose Reyes Memorial Center or Medical Center in Manila. The former Calauan Laguna mayor has already tested negative for COVID-19 but is experiencing other conditions. According to the Bureau of Corrections, Sanchez has stage 5 chronic kidney disease, tuberculosis, and suffered from stroke. Meanwhile, Sorsogon 2nd District Representative Ditas has tested positive for COVID-19. She developed symptoms and got tested in her home province. Ramos is now the 68th case of COVID-19 in the House of Representatives. Now, speaking of the House, Speaker Alan Peter Cayetano says he will focus on leading budget deliberations at the lower house and will leave the speakership decision to President Duterte. Marinduque Representative Lord Alan Blasco is set to take over the House leadership in November under the term sharing deal brokered by no less than the President. But Cayetano says nothing is final just yet and only the President knows if the prior agreement will push through. In any case, Cayetano says nothing will change because the House has its systems and priorities in order. In a radio interview, the lawmaker said work at the lower house will continue as usual and no matter who the House Speaker will be by November. Earlier, Cayetano says he wants the 4.5 trillion peso national budget for 2021 ready for the president's signature by the first week of December. Now, the Joint Administration Order Group, or JAO, and the Commission on Higher Education have wrapped up their probe regarding the alleged quarantine protocol violation of the University of Santo Tomas. This JAO group and CHED are expected to be submitted or submit the report rather on Monday to the IATF and the Justice Department. After more than weeks of investigation, the government will have the final say on the possible sanctions against UST. Recall that inquiries on the school started last month upon learning that Coach Alden Ayo allegedly put up a training bubble in Sorsogon, despite travel and sports activities restrictions for non-pro teams. The controversy sparked the departure of multiple personalities from the Catholic University, which included CJ Cancino, Brent Paraiso, and Renz Abando. Now, for more updates, follow News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World Online. You may also visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register now for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Riza Diaz. We are One News.